Yes, good evening from Madrid ahead of tonight's match day 9 encounter, and of course this conjures up memories of the Champions League semi-final from back in 1998 involving these two sides when the framework of one of the goals collapsed. We'll hope for better luck on that score. Hello from me, Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary here on ESPN by Seamus Mallon. And Seamus, after a poor start to the second group stage, the pressure is on Real Madrid.
Well, very much so, because of course they are such a pedigree to look back to in this championship and the All-European Cup. But look at the struggles they've had in match day 7 and 8, losing to a Shevchenko goal against Milan, who are in great shape in this group at the moment, and then really fighting back thanks to Raul to get a 2-2 draw, and a fortunate 2-2 draw at that in the Bernabeu last time out.
A different set of circumstances for their opponents, Borussia Dortmund. They have the 3 points in the bag from the visit to Moscow. Granted, they lost at home to AC Milan, but the feeling in the Dortmund camp, Seamus, is as follows. They have nothing to lose.
Well, exactly. They have nothing to lose, and in fact, they may even come out here and try to get 3 points. Worst they could do, of course, is get none, but they may settle for 1 point, which would put them in very, very good stead, because as you can see, they're on 3 right now, comfortably ahead of Lokomotiv and Real Madrid, and then a very, very comfortable spot up top, AC Milan.
This has all the makings, arguably, of the most intriguing section of them all in the second group stage. AC Milan off to a flying start, of course, but Real Madrid know full well they have to aim for 6 points against Dortmund over the course of the next couple of matches. Tonight's game here at the Bernabeu, next week, Tuesday to be exact, at the Westfalenstadion. Getting ready to bring you Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. We'll have it for you after this short break. I must say, this has all the makings of a cracker. Match day 9 in the UEFA Champions League, and it's Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. Hardly an empty seat to be found inside the Santiago Bernabeu this evening, and it's effectively a must-win situation for Real Madrid. They've gone 6 Champions League matches without winning, and their first 2 games in the second group stage, just 1 point has been picked up. Borussia Dortmund with 3 points to their name, and so they can come here with a degree of freedom. Real Madrid know it's all about grinding out a victory. There was talk about snow being in the forecast tonight. It actually snowed last night during the Borussia Dortmund training session, but it's a lot clearer and it's a bit warmer as well.
Well, I think that's good for the game, of course, and the thing about Dortmund's attitude, I think, is very important. I've liked the sides, Derek, that have come here to play. The teams that come here to shut up shop and try to get something inevitably get caught out, and when they come to play, as Lokomotiv Moscow did last time around, they normally get something out of it. So I will hope that the attitude we're counting on, in fact, is manifest in Dortmund's style and tactics.
It is a bold-looking formation that's been named by Matthias Sammer. We'll get to that in a second. Ivan Helguera will be the man anchoring the Real Madrid defence, because Fernando Hierro is still out with a knee injury. There's Helguera. Roberto Carlos at left-back. Zinedine Zidane, after a less than top quality display at the weekend, 1-0 defeat at the hands of Osasuna. Only Real Madrid's second league defeat of the campaign. It's nothing like the UEFA Champions League anthem ahead of a big match. So the handshakes before the action. Stefan Reuter, the captain of Borussia Dortmund, now 36. Named recently as one of Franz Beckenbauer's ambassadors for World Cup 2006. He'll represent the city of Dortmund in that category. A nice touch.
Brazilian reunions there at the end of the greetings for Ronaldo and the Brazilians from Dortmund.
And Roberto Carlos, who's in the front row there, very good friends with Amoroso. They might well see a fair bit of one another throughout the course of the evening. So to the team news, and despite that 1-0 reverse away to Osasuna on Sunday, Vicente Del Bosque sticks by the team that played on that occasion.
Well, I mean, you don't know whether to laugh or cry when you look at this lineup. I mean, it's just so full of talent. How can you possibly cope with it?
Stefan Reuter and Raul together, the captains. Our referee is Lubos Mikel, teacher from Slovakia and one of the best in European football. Matthias Sammer makes one change on the side that destroyed Bochum 4-1 on Saturday. As we said, Brazilian striker Amoroso returns from suspension to take the place of Giuseppe Reina.
Remarkable, isn't it? The face of Bundesliga football these days. 4 players in this side come from Brazil. No wonder there was that reunion at the end. But this is a side that really has put itself out on the field to go after some goals, not just rely on Cola as the front runner alone, but giving him terrific support in Amoroso and Everton.
Jan Koller with 10 goals scored in the Bundesliga this season. Raul, the captain of Real Madrid, in the absence of Fernando Hierro. Raul has scored 205 goals in all competitions for this club. He scores 2 more tonight. He'll overtake Hugo Sanchez and move into 4th place on the all-time Real Madrid scoring chart. The match begins then, and Real Madrid will hope for superb vocal backing here this evening. They'll need to pull out all the stops against very stiff competition. Borussia Dortmund, no slouches at all. They proved in their first match in the second group stage, defeating Lokomotiv Moscow away from home by 2-1. They lost their last game in this competition, 1-0 at home to AC Milan, but still very much alive and bearing the standard for Germany, given that Bayern Munich have already been eliminated and the Bayer Leverkusen are floundering. This is Evan Nielsen, the Brazilian right back. Early touches for Jens Lehmann. Now Koller, the big man from the Czech Republic, and the defence almost posted missing. It was a good run by Everton, right across the centre of the Real Madrid defence. Koller once more. Now Dede, the Brazilian left back. Will be a free kick against Dede, going in on his fellow countryman Flavio Conceição.
Yeah, and already we've seen some indications of the attitude from Dortmund, as we see King Juan Carlos there. His first match he's been to since last April, and he was a bit of a good luck symbol because in that day the home side Real Madrid did beat Bayern Munich 3-2 after they trailed 2-0.
Christoph Metzelder, the German international, the heart of the Dortmund defence. There's been a lot of talk in Germany in recent months about Real Madrid being interested in Metzelder. For his part, he says it's still too early to think about a move to the club of Real Madrid's stature. Also plenty of favours at World Cup finals, of course, Metzelder. And Luis Figo's there, twisting and turning. Sent off in the match at the weekend against Osasuna. Once more. Zinedine Zidane just overhitting it. Vicente Del Bosque knows full well a lot is at stake tonight. Not only tonight but also next Tuesday in Dortmund.
Absolutely, and Zinedine Zidane there with a cross off target. A bit of a surprise to me that Figo then, when he had a chance as his defender slipped, took the extra touch and didn't get the cross in. But my word, what talent they have when they go wide to the flanks. If Zinedine Zidane drifts out there, they got Figo on that side. And of course, Roberto Carlos inevitably will be galloping down the left side.
And it's Roberto Carlos putting in the challenge on Jan Koller.
Yeah, Koller is so much bigger. It's remarkable, isn't it? But a very nice piece of technique by Roberto Carlos with the slide tackle. Koller putting himself about already, both wings.
Evan Nielsen, a long throw, trying to pick out the head of Koller. Goal kick is the end result of that. Matthias Sammer there just behind. And with the ginger hair. Superb player, of course. And now the coach of Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, he's formed a great partnership too, Derek, with his captain, Stefan Reuter. Of course, they were players together for a while. Reuter, 36 years of age now, but a wonderful leader. Representative of the tactical plans that Sammer wants.
This is Thorsten Frings, German international. Rosicki did well. And Zidane limping just a bit, labouring out there. Evan Nielsen over the head of Koller. It's Michel Salgado who dealt with it for Real Madrid. Figo again, looking menacing on the right. Raúl. Metzelder was the covering player for Dortmund.
Yeah, Metzelder is going to stay very close to Raúl in this early going. Raúl, the danger man, every time he's on the ball.
Comes to Tomasz Rosicki. Makelele is the man who does so much of the digging for Real Madrid. Ronaldo attempting to get involved here. Raúl. It's a Real Madrid side chock full of quality, but they don't always produce the goods. Sunday, away to Osasuna being the classic example. Zidane, the Dortmund pinned back, and a good take by Jens Lehmann. Forceful shot from Zinedine Zidane.
Beautifully read by Zinedine Zidane, getting into the far side of the box. But you also got to be impressed by how close Raúl was. Watch this lovely turn away now. Look at Raúl leave his defender, and he's right on the doorstep there, should Lehmann spill it somewhat. And Metzelder will have his work cut out for him.
Alcala to slip it through to Everton. And the referee, Lubos Michel, spotted the infringement. I think it goes to the visitors. Everton, the man who scored the goal that clinched the Bundesliga championship for Dortmund last season. That decisive Saturday in the game against Werder Bremen. Iker Casillas waits now. Casillas, the hero of Hampden Park. Last season's Champions League final. Plenty of options here for Dortmund. It's the left back, Dede. Into the wall, and Casillas is there. A bright start to the match.
It is. It's some good, crisp passing by both sides. Very clearly a commitment from Dortmund to come at them, which is really wonderful to see. Should be a splendid 90 minutes.
Makelele. This mistimed it, hoping to release Roberto Carlos.
Well, usually Roberto Carlos gets ahead of Makelele, so Makelele can hardly be blamed for that square ball. That's normally where Roberto Carlos is.
Chase this time for Rosicki. Casillas taking no chances. Guti once again on the bench for Real Madrid. Leonardo Dede, the Brazilian, with the throw. Holler's head flick. Raúl. Amazing to think that Real Madrid have gone 6 Champions League matches without a victory. Anxious to put things right this evening. Kickstart their Champions League campaign once again. Amoroso now trying to get involved. It's been a difficult season for Amoroso. Fellow countryman Evan Niels on that time, posing problems for Helguera and the Real Madrid defence. Corner to Borussia Dortmund.
Very nice piece of work down the right by Everton. Then Helguera having to come over to help out there. Not a very comfortable piece of play at the back by Helguera as he gives away the corner kick. Surface looks a little bit rough in the penalty area.
Tomasz Rosicki, 22-year-old Czech Republic international, trying to curl that one away. Metzelder had made his way forward for the corner, stays in position. Koller now. Trying to find his compatriot, Rosicki. Goal kick. Certainly Dortmund making it quite clear that they haven't travelled here to the Bernabeu to sit in. And Koller, a real mountain of a man. Player for defenders to deal with. Just to remind you, we've got more Champions League action coming up tonight here on ESPN. If you're watching in Latin America, FC Basel against Deportivo is the game in question. You'll see that later on today if you're watching down under. Conceição. Now it's with Raúl out there on the right. And Figo. It's a very well organised Borussia Dortmund defence. Well, they go forward with aplomb as well. Well, they do have players who can do that. Amoroso and Everton especially.
Yeah, one more touch and he was through, because he very definitely had the pace to go by everybody. Oh, lovely ball.
Now they have to pay attention at the back. Ronaldo whips it in. And behind for the corner by Christian Burns.
What a smashing ball from Roberto Carlos, though. Outside of the left foot, pings it in behind the defender, just into the stride of his Brazilian teammate, Ronaldo.
Figo just trying to make space for himself. Moving the photographer at the end of the row out of the way. But it comes from Figo for Real Madrid. And Flavio Conceição splaffed it. Figo unable to control the ball. And the referee's going to surely have a look at the situation with regard to the photographers over there. And not even know that they ought not to be in that position. I'm sure the UEFA media officer, Joran Havik, will want to get involved in that matter as well. 10 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid 0, Borussia Dortmund 0.
Well, not a very good clearing kick there from Lehmann, but by and large, I'm impressed by Dortmund's ability to get the ball out of its own end with composure and some accuracy, either by some good passing or some spirited runs out of the back too by the Brazilian crew. Dede and Evan Nilsson have done it a couple of times.
Figo. Missed out Ronaldo. And Raul makes the run as well. Here's Dede. Borussia Dortmund second in the Bundesliga currently. 8 points off the pace set by Bayern Munich. And it's Dede with the free kick following this foul. Flavio Conceição on Torsten Frings.
Well, they've been scoring goals of late, Borussia Dortmund, Derek. They've scored 11 goals in their last 5 matches. So they've been flowing in 4 goals on the weekend, a 4-1 victory.
Roberto Carlos. They drop back this time, the Dortmund defenders. Zidane. Now Figo. Stefan Reuter. Supporting Metzelder and Wurms at the heart of the Dortmund rearguard. Flavio Conceição and Rosicki forcing him back onto his heels. Makaleli. There's Roberto Carlos, who has for company like Jan Koller.
Well, it's pretty hard to see around Jan Koller, never mind to get the ball around him. Roberto Carlos doing a good job getting forward there from the inside going out, and full credit to Koller for tracking him all the way. He's such a good team player, Jan Koller. He's not just a player who sits up top and waits for the service.
Well, they are trying to sort out the situation with the photographers there. It is very tight on that corner flag. Figo. Michel Salgado. And it's Makaleli who sweeps it back to Casillas. A bit too hurried that from Real Madrid, and poor piece of play in the end by Iker Casillas.
Yeah, and all the pressure just from one man, Rosicki, who, to give him credit, did put the pressure on. I said this is typical of the Dortmund style. I mean, it's really a wonderful, totally professional effort. Everybody works very hard for each other.
Dede.
Oh.
Taking Ronaldo to the cleaners. Dede with a cross. Trying to find Koller. The shot might be on here. Everton. And, well, it could have gone anywhere. Certainly a few anxious moments for the Real Madrid defence.
Yeah, it came to him awkwardly. He had to try to chest trap it and get it onto his right foot, and then he just knocked it off the outside of the right boot. But what a wonderful piece of work by Dede on the left side in the first place. And that's something to watch for. Will Dede come forward and Evan Nielsen as attacking forces for this attack-minded visiting team?
Generally speaking, it's Evan Nielsen who does more of the attacking on the right. Dede tends to hold his position at left back. Can go forward, but something more secure defensively than Evan Nielsen. Zidane. Movement again here from Real Madrid. Ronaldo wanted the ball played to him. Instead, Raul ended up being the target. Here is Salgado. Ronaldo with all the yellow shirts up inside the area. Figo's cross. Varens getting his head to the ball, not aware that Raul was in the vicinity. It's Everton who's gone to ground.
Yeah, I think it was Flavio Conceição who came over the top of his fellow Brazilian there to make the challenge in the air. Let's take a look at it here. There goes Flavio Conceição. Flavio Conceição recently, by the way, went to China with the Brazil side for that somewhat farcical friendly with China and spent 90 minutes sitting on the bench watching. That's all that did was infuriate, of course, the coaching staff at Real Madrid.
6 Brazilian internationals out there on the park. No scoring with just over a quarter of an hour gone at the Bernabeu. Zidane using Makaleli. Ronaldo back to Zidane. Figo. Slightly too far forward for Zidane, who'd made the run into the centre.
Borussia Dortmund are defending centrally very, very well. They get numbers back all the time. You've got to start turning them around by going wide.
Flavio Conceição, and now Ronaldo. And it might fall for Raul. Jens Lehmann. And finally away by Evan Nielsen for Borussia Dortmund. Lehmann read that superbly. Didn't give Raul anything to shoot at. And trying to defend from the front here, Borussia Dortmund, but that was a foul by Metzelder.
Well, there's the chance for Raul. He does very well to battle here. Now, normally he would be able to flick this up, but you've got to give credit to Lehmann, because Lehmann got so close to him that there was no option left. Look how close he is. He's only about 2 yards away when the shot is released. So even though Raul did try to loft it, Lehmann was too close to him. Terrific goalkeeping there, but you've got to credit Raul too for battling to get into the shooting position.
And that's Roberto Carlos. He's poised to have a go here for Real Madrid. And here he is. Oops. He might wish he hadn't.
Well, he can shake it off with a grin. That's one of the wonderful things about Roberto Carlos. He loves to play, and he's contributed so much to club and country that he can afford to laugh off the odd mistake or poor shot.
For those of you in Latin America, don't forget we've got Sports Centre coming up next after we're off the air. All the highlights from the top sporting events around the world. Goals aplenty from the Champions League. That's Sports Centre on ESPN. Rosicki always gets involved in the attacking, and that will be a corner. Good work by Stefan Reuter.
Well, I think I'm impressed by Borussia Dortmund's attacking play, though. I mean, they're certainly defending very well in numbers, but when they get down towards the goal for Real Madrid, they've got plenty of ideas, Derek. It's not a lack of ideas. They haven't been getting the shots on, but they've looked very, very thoughtful and intelligent about their approach work.
There's Dede with the corner to find Metzelder. Goal kick is the end result of that. Borussia Dortmund find themselves in the second stage for the first time since the two-group format began back in 1999. course, they reached the UEFA Cup final last season, losing to Feyenoord. Final happened to have been scheduled for Rotterdam that particular season, so it was an away game for them.
Good tackle by Rosicky, and now he continues it.
Rosicki's pass, trying to release Amoroso. The idea was good, and certainly fighting tooth and nail here. Borussia Dortmund as Vorens steers it back to Lehmann. Now Frings. Helguera. There's Figo. Fabio Conceição. Metzelder closing him down. He's a tough customer, this young man, Christoph Metzelder. I'm sure Flavio Conceição can testify.
Well, Flavio Conceição has got such a low centre of gravity, but it didn't bother Metzelder, who stayed with him.
Zidane was fouled right beside the touchline, and Lubos Mikel reaches for the card. That's Torsten Frings who has been booked.
Oof. Nasty two-footed job there. Torsten Frings going in onto the yellow card list.
Frings picks up his first booking of the Champions League this season.
Scored a big goal for them in this stage of the championship, of course, away in Moscow, and they won 2-1. That's a very nasty challenge. And it's just good to see Zidane get back on his feet.
There's Figo with the delivery for Real Madrid. Michel Salgado. Figo tried to wriggle his way past the pair of them, Rosicky and then Dede. Very reliable player at the back, Dede.
Oh, wonderful, isn't he? Terrific skill to get out of tight situations.
The critics in Germany say if there's one area of his game that could be improved, it's his crossing.
Well, maybe that's why he doesn't go forward quite so much then.
Is there an opening here for Raul? Spinning and turning. Dede. Need to find Amoroso. Joining the attack now. It's good understanding with Everton. Two Brazilians.
Interesting, the flank play so far has not been very productive for Real Madrid. They've looked best. The best chances have come when they've gone straight to Raul and he's tried to spin and turn on the central defender. But they need more than that.
Ronaldo. Zidane. And Ronaldo, you see that famous burst of acceleration. Stefan Reuter wasn't to be fooled. Reuter, of course, a member of the West German side that lifted the 1990 World Cup. It's been around for quite a while. There it goes, Makelele this time. Midway through this first half, 0-0. Figo's pass for Ronaldo. Again, they barred the door. Zidane. Salgado wasn't picked up. And Metzelder scrapes it away. Well, just before that, Christian Vorens was the hero at the back for Dortmund. And then the turn of Metzelder. Zidane. With Dortmund on the back foot. Salgado stumbles. And the decision is handball against Michel Salgado. Lubos Miguel had a good view of that. Decided that there was no foul until Salgado made contact with the ball by means of the hand.
Well, there's a touch here, right there. If he had gone to ground right there, instead of trying to keep his balance, he might very well have got the penalty. But because he kept on going, it then looked like he had a later stumble. Take another look at it. Yeah, he seems to be touched right there, but he stays on his feet. He does touch the ball. And the referee had let him play on.
Evan Nielsen. Collard. Tackle, by the way, came from Reuter inside the area on Michel Salgado. And Ronaldo. Goes back there defending, it's Everton.
Well, that's not good enough for Ronaldo. You hear the whistles around the ground here. People not happy. But he simply runs into traffic and then gets dispossessed.
Experienced Christian Vorens had to undergo 2 knee operations last summer. Of course, missed the World Cup finals. Dede. Koda. No problems for Roberto Carlos. Zidane. Some breakdown in communication. Zidane and Makaleli.
They played together recently in the national team colours of France when France were beaten by Czech Republic 2-0 on February 12th.
Everton. Evanilson. And it's Francisco Pavón back there, deputising for Vieira. That could have been rather dicey. You can see, yes, he looked very casual. Alguera now. Salgado. Alguera trying to turn defence into attack. It might well do so. Raúl swivelling and turning, and it's Vorens. And hesitation. And Raúl wanted a penalty. He's not going to get one.
No, not at all. What a tremendous ball played forward to him, and he took it ever so well. Got unlucky with the deflection off Vorens. Right here, there's the deflection. He tried to play it in behind Vorens. Vorens protecting the ball, but look at him fight for it. Yeah, there was some pushing and something from Vorens, but they're not going to get that one. He was lunging for the ball when there was contact made. The arm from Vorens was around him, but he was never going to get that ball, I don't think. Raúl is such a handful, though. He's just tremendous.
It must surely be a free kick. Decision going against Dede. Fabio Conceição made the forward burst.
Yeah, did a good job, Fabio Conceição there.
And Roberto Carlos attacking Evanilson. It's a good ball, and it's Raúl. And the defending is watertight here from Christian Vorens. He's the man who's picking up Raúl, it seems, with Metzelder most of the time watching Ronaldo.
Well, I don't know if it is a one-to-one assignment. They seem to be switching off from time to time. It's very good collective defending, though.
Roberto Carlos now, and Zidane. Makaleli. Again, Dortmund forced onto the back foot here. Roberto Carlos. Now is looking to turn a scrap into a feast.
A lot more promising play now from Real Madrid. Derek, one time a long ball from deep positions and then sustained flank attacks, trying to play the ball into Raúl with a good diagonal run.
Zidane for Real Madrid. Remember, they haven't managed a victory in any of the last 6 Champions League matches. They lost at the weekend in the Spanish League to Osasuna. So nice to see the pressure is on. Austin Frings now. Some good movement up front from time to time from Everton. And Ronaldo. Raúl has the option of using Makaleli. It wasn't cleared away properly. Ronaldo. And Borussia Dortmund, that was one of their shakier moments at the back.
Yeah, They played it away. I've said they normally play it away safely. They played it away this time to, of all people, Ronaldo. That is a great challenge in there by Pavone. Tremendous one-on-one defending. But Ronaldo slipped just as he was trying to bring it under control.
Real Madrid now carrying the game very definitely to Dortmund, and it's Figo on the right. And Lehmann really proving his worth. Absolutely superb this season for Borussia Dortmund. Surpassing even the great Oliver Kahn in terms of marks on a game-by-game basis.
Great one from Figo. See him getting by Dede without too much trouble. But the positioning and the handling by Lehmann were absolutely exemplary. This is a wonderfully exciting game. Some terrific attacking play. And you wonder how long Borussia Dortmund can hang on, because they've got to get the ball down this end a bit more.
Koller is the man who can be dangerous, and there's proof! Jan Koller! You can't take your eyes off the big Czech Republic international, even for a fleeting second. And Koller punishes the Real Madrid defence. Joy for the 2,000 fans who have travelled here from Dortmund. The Germans have the lead.
He's done so much running wide, he's done so much good defensive running, but he's the kind of player who loves to get the ball in this position, and they're just so late to challenge him. They've had so much attack the other end. Look at Pavone here, just doesn't get there in time, and it's absolutely precision finishing by Jan Koller. Fantastic strike when the ball fell to him very nicely. And all of a sudden the visitors, as we said, in an attacking mode, have taken the lead.
Yes, they've dominated the last 10 minutes or so, Real Madrid, but find themselves one goal in arrears. Now Luis Figo. Ronaldo. Stung perhaps by the comments Vicente Del Bosque made about him the other day. Should be pointed out that Del Bosque quickly retracted. (1-0) to Borussia Dortmund. Jan Koller with his 5th Champions League goal of the season. To go with 10 in the Bundesliga.
Some impatience here in the crowd. They're not used to seeing their team behind, although they found themselves behind against Lokomotiv Moscow. Had to come back twice. It's a great little ball from Rosicki to his fellow Czech Republic teammate, but what an authoritative and finely struck ball.
And at the other end, Eva Nielsen, as far as Raúl. Metzelder's there.
What a fantastic game this is.
And it's ranging from end to end now. Everton and to take on Pavone. Zidane. Figo. Raúl, and the play just off the shoulder of Christian Vorens. Here comes to Ronaldo. Metzelder. Well, they're being kept very busy, the central defensive duo. Dortmund, Metzelder and Vorens.
They sure have. Can they withstand this pressure? It's only 32 minutes gone.
Salgado. Koller. Done a lot of defending from the front here for Borussia Dortmund. Amoroso this time, going forward on the left. We've seen Everton be a bit more adventurous than his fellow countrymen. But now Raúl makes the run and almost got there.
Boy, it's all paths lead to Raúl, isn't it? That's pretty much been the main attacking weapon. There's not been much from Ronaldo. Got to get something more out of Ronaldo up there.
Zidane, Real Madrid, winners of the Champions League last season. Zidane had an opening, and we've seen him finish in style from that sort of position so many times throughout his distinguished career.
Yeah, I think his non-kicking foot went out from under him a little bit on that piece of play. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you see, he had a bit of a slide on that left foot and wasn't able to get the power and direction he wanted on that shot.
Real drama here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid desperate for victory. And look at this, like a man possessed. Luis Figo. Ronaldo Away by Christian Wurens. Rosicki now trying to relieve the pressure. But Dortmund have been forced to defend very deep positions. The question is, can they get away with that in the course of 90 minutes? Time will tell. Quick reminder about our basketball coverage coming up on Friday. We've got the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets for you. Check your local listings for the times where you are. It'll be Saturday if you're watching in Australia or New Zealand. Now Jan Koller has gone down. Koller, the goal scorer.
Yeah, it was the follow-through in the end by Roberto Carlos. No, I think, ill intent whatsoever in that challenge. He got the ball away. Koller is fine. That's good to see for the game. Such a wonderful force all over the park, Jan Koller.
Tomasz Rosicki will be entrusted with the free kick. Koller's there again. He's almost indispensable as far as Borussia Dortmund are concerned, Jan Koller.
Well, he gives you so much, and not only because of his physical attributes, but because of his attitude. I mean, his shooting is wonderful, but his full teamwork attitude is just irreplaceable as an asset.
Made his name in Belgium, of course, before moving to Germany. Had stints with Lokeren and then Anderlecht. Figo. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's Makaleli. Zidane. Classic shot from Zinedine Zidane. Frustration here for Vicente Del Bosque. They failed to score at the weekend against Osasuna. They failed to hit the target so far here, albeit only 36 minutes on the clock.
That's right, and they don't lose very often here. Certainly in La Liga, they've gone 44 games without losing at home. But it's a different matter of late. Just cannot get the wins they need in the Champions League, and this is very clear. To remind you, they are, of course, the defending champions.
Zidane. Covering player is Torsten Frings. Figo. Does he have the right angle against Wurens here? And off the woodwork. Luis Figo. Well, he seemed to have left Wurens for dead. I'm sure Figo thought it was net bound. A rasping drive. Yeah,
that was a great dribble by Figo, though. I thought he had lost the chance because he took the extra step there. But he finally got it off, and it was swerving away. Might have deceived Jens Lehmann, but right there he takes the extra step, sets himself up perfectly. So unlucky, off the crossbar. Is it going to be that kind of night for the home side? Near misses and crossbars, and players losing their footing at the key moment. We've seen it happen before.
Well, they're fully convinced, Real Madrid, they must take 6 points from these two matches against Borussia Dortmund. One or two people have argued that 4 will suffice, but they've not made life easy for themselves in the second group stage. Real Madrid, and Everton's away again, have no chance of getting to it.
There's the shot again from Figo. There was a very good challenge coming in the end from Christian Wurens, but just a little bit too late. Might have thrown him off in his shooting technique, but I thought he had set himself up very nicely. Here they come again.
That's Ronaldo. Yes, they're coming in waves. Roberto Carlos is free, but Ronaldo single-minded. And Lehmann. There he is again, Jens Lehmann, foiling Ronaldo.
Spectacular goalkeeping, good defending, crossbars. We all know how that can sometimes add up to an upset.
Real Madrid can hardly believe that they're trailing here. Salgado as Dede times the tackle to perfection. Zidane. And dovetailing with Luis Figo. Francisco Pabon leading it for Roberto Carlos. Madrid out of the Spanish Cup already, knocked out just a couple of weeks ago by Mallorca at the quarter-final stage. Second in the Spanish league, 2 points behind Real Sociedad. They're fighting at the moment for their Champions League lives. Makalele. Ronaldo. Look at all the bodies behind the ball again. Elguera. Zidane. New players onto him quickly. Amoroso, the player closest to him. Rosicky just mops up for Borussia Dortmund. Now Salgado. Makalele. Zidane looking for Roberto Carlos. And queuing up in the middle. Everton tries to thwart his fellow Brazilian and does. Quick reminder about ESPN soccernet.com for all your scores and results. Got a pair of David Beckham boots logging on there, among other things. It's soccernet.com for all your football information. 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund here at the Bernabeu. A dramatic night unfolding in the Champions League. Jan Korra's goal in the 30th minute, granted against the run of play. But from the neutral point of view, I think it makes things very interesting indeed.
It certainly does.
Zidane. And the spectators here weren't too happy with that pass. Too far forward of Figo from Zidane. Amoroso, 18 goals last season for Borussia Dortmund. And there he was again, trying to tease and torment Luis Figo. And Lubos Michel, the referee from Slovakia, trying to calm everyone down.
Well, he gets nicked in the end by Figo. Some people felt that he made a bit of a dive there, which he probably did to embellish it, but there also was the feeling in the fans that he had committed a foul in the first place.
Today with a free kick. Korra couldn't quite reach it. Ivan Elguera. Real difficulties encountered by Lehmann. Always been a decent goalkeeper with his feet. As against Lehmann. Everton now. Taking on Roberto Carlos and beating him. Cross wasn't really up to much. Reminder about our Sports Centre update coming up at half-time. All the latest from the world of MotoGP with the new season beckoning. Find out what's happening as far as the World Under-20 Championship is concerned. Plus we'll have NBA highlights. That's Sports Centre in-game coming up during the half-time interval.
Look at that, Rosicky. Unbelievable, huh? Runs 50 yards just to put pressure on. And what happens, he happens to help turn it around and they lose it.
Burns, Dortmund can't afford to give the ball away cheaply inside their own half. So concentrate to the full here. Zidane. Ronaldo. To take on Evan Nielsen. Tackle came in, one Brazilian on another. Again, the referee says play on.
Great challenge here. Does Evan Nielsen get Ronaldo, or does he get the ball? He gets the ball and whacks it off Ronaldo's ankle, but then wins it back.
Now Raul inside the area, spinning and turning. It's goal number 206 for Raul as a Real Madrid player. That makes him joint fourth on the all-time list now. It looked as though the chance had been lost, but Raul had other ideas, and Real Madrid are back on level terms.
That was a fantastic goal. It's what we talked about at the beginning, where the only way they were going to get through, it seemed, is to get the ball to Raul. All roads lead to Raul, and you can see why. He just would not give up on that, would not give up. Used his body, fought, battled hard, turned and just got the ball where he needed to get the shot on goal. He's on the ground, frankly, when he gets it off. His Metzelder looms over him. Raul is absolutely astonishing. When you think about it, still only 24 years of age.
Now, Real Madrid brimming with confidence. Ronaldo. And And Verons was the defender there. Referee again, not the slightest bit interested in the appeals for a penalty, which came mostly from the crowd. Roberto Carlos. Dortmund must keep their shape. It's testing closing stages of the first half. Wozicki. There's Makalele. Frings. That has been the problem for Dortmund. They've had to play so deep at the back here, and this was another example.
Well, I never thought he'd get a shot off on goal. They have two defenders closing on him. He's down, he turns. How could he possibly get a shot off here? He does, amazingly, between the legs of Lehmann, who has had spectacular saves. But this is sheer bodily strength as he backs Metzelder away from him. Will not give up on it. Raul, I got to tell you, I thought he was the player of the year last year. It was a travesty that it didn't go to him. Instead to Ronaldo, just because of the World Cup, which I suppose is inevitable. But he is a phenomenon, Raul.
A complete striker. Wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid once again tonight in the absence of Hierro. Hoyta. And Koller. To get on the end of that one. That's why you can never count out Borussia Dortmund. Koller can strike when you least expect. And if evidence is required, just think back to his goal in the 30th minute this evening.
Well, 1-1, you might say, is still against the run of play, but it's a great score line at this point. Sets up a wonderful second half with the two great front players, Koller and Raul, getting the scoring and just promising us more of the same, we hope, in the second half.
Followed by Roberto Carlos. Frings is there. Evan Nielsen. Amoroso getting his head to it, trying to find Koller. This 45 minutes have come and gone at the Bernabeu, and it's one apiece here. King Juan Carlos, no doubt going to enjoy a quick refreshment. It's been very entertaining if you're a neutral. It's a bit nerve-wracking if you're a Real Madrid supporter. Raul, though, with that goal, coming up trumps 2 minutes from half-time, cancelling out this strike from Jan Koller, rather against the run of play, but typical of the big man. Raul, though, with the equaliser when it seemed impossible, it seemed that the chance had gone. It's 1-1 at the Bernabeu. Well, I'm sure King Juan Carlos has been suitably entertained. Real Madrid snatching the equaliser right on the stroke of half-time through Raul, cancelling out the earlier goal by Jan Koller. Has all the makings of a fascinating second half here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid attacking the goal to our right. And certainly victory more important from their point of view than it is for Borussia Dortmund, who I think would be more than satisfied if this were to end in a draw. Comes to Evan Nielsen, the Brazilian, and Christian Verns. Just unable to keep Raul in check right at the end of the first half. Metzelder. And the opportunities there for Luis Figo. Ronaldo. Oh, outrageous play by Ronaldo. Missed out Zidane. Comes to Raul. And Lehmann again. He's been in spectacular form. A wry smile from Raul. At one point on its flight, it looked as though that shot was net-bound.
Yeah, it's again a difficult ball. Had a little bit of a swerve into that upper corner. Terrific clawing save. Well done there. Great technique by Lehmann.
Real Madrid begin the half on a positive note. And Roberto Carlos and Pavon. Almost directed that one into the back of the net.
Well, I think Pavon had barely time to recover here, as he had been felled by a challenge initially. But the game has picked up exactly where it left off, and that's a great save. That's going into the upper corner there. Superb strike from Raul. Look at him set it up so nicely, keep it nice and low, and then it's going into the upper corner. And the only way you can get that when you make a dive like that is with the opposite hand. That your left hand can't possibly get out the play. Good stuff, good technique.
Roberto Carlos. Real Madrid having picked up just 1 point from the first 2 Champions League matches in the second group stage, losing away to AC Milan, drawing here at home to Lokomotiv Moscow. And we said the score at half-time in the other match in this section, surprisingly, is Milan 0, Lokomotiv 0. Michel Salgado, Raul, and Figo. Lehmann almost caught in 2 minds. Real Madrid begin to lay siege to the Borussia Dortmund goal.
Well, it's a wonderful cross here. It really is a difficult ball for Lehmann. He can't reach it, but nobody's gone in behind him there. Well tracked down was Zinedine Zidane by Torsten Frings.
Now Figo. Luis Figo. Deflection means another corner. It's all Real Madrid at the start of this second half. Comes again from Figo. Now Rosicki trying to alleviate the pressure. Reuters there alongside him. Rosicki. The shape of the team has changed just a bit following the corner kick. We've got Evan Nielsen out there at left back. Salgado. And Nielsen finding Koller. This is promising. Everton with those quick steps. It's Everton for Dortmund. Iker Casillas. A crucial piece of goalkeeping. What a run by Everton.
Well, I tell you, Zidane should be buying dinner tonight for his goalkeeper Casillas, because he gave this ball away in the midfield, but Everton made something out of what looked like nothing. 1 against 4. He just steams past Roberto Carlos, now tries to flick it up and into that far corner. Doesn't get enough loft on it.
Today's throw, Collar's head flick. And they're in there again, Everton and Amoroso. Evan Nielsen. And Torsten Frings. And it was a useful drive by the German international. Trying to test Iker Casillas. Frings, who scored twice at the weekend in the 4-1 victory over Bochum.
This is a wonderful shot. Does not miss by very much. Great piece of opportunism by Torsten Frings. As you said, 2 penalty kicks on the weekend. And a player who had to withdraw before the German match against Spain recently, which of course Spain won 3-1.
Was full of the flu last week, Torsten Frings. Reuter. Dede. Reuter's cross, and Casillas making it look a bit more spectacular than was absolutely necessary. And Evan Nielsen not very happy with the lack of movement from Amoroso. Koller. Can he find Amoroso from an acute angle?
Ooh.
It's a dangerous player, Amoroso. As we said, he hasn't been in the best of form this season. Injured at the start of the campaign. And had 1 or 2 truly woeful performances in the first half of the season, but an opportunity here.
Well, he should have done better with this. He does get a little bit of a challenge here, but not much of a nudge from Roberto Carlos, who's worried about giving away the penalty. But what a wonderful touch through by Koller. It's a lovely little quick sort of backwards volley there.
Well, the darling of the Bernabeu, Raul, is bundled to the ground. There's Christoph Metzelder.
Yeah, Metzelder definitely chopping him from behind. Raul making as much as he could of it, maybe expecting a bit of a yellow appearance of yellow in the form of a card, not a shirt.
Koller leads the line with such authority. Amoroso. Now here's a promising move. Evan Nielsen on the right back, and away by Elguera. Rosicki and Koller. Now Zidane. It really has been a wonderful match. The flow of the game has been a joy to watch. Luis Figo. Roberto Carlos is there as the move developed. Ronaldo it was with a shot. And, well, the Dortmund defenders again forced back on their heels.
Well, this was a shot off target, but it wasn't a bad idea by Ronaldo, looking to see if he could pick out the near post and just swerve it in there. But here's the cross from Reuter. That was punched away by Casillas. As looming in was Jan Koller. Koller has been just all over the place. It's been fantastic presence for Dortmund, but again, you get the feeling it's one-way traffic time.
Ronaldo's layoff for Zidane. Figo trying to put the wind up today, and does so. Figo with that low cross. Raúl just playing off the shoulder of Christian Burns. And he really has been a key figure back there for Borussia Dortmund tonight.
Well, this is a very difficult ball to defend. It's bouncing. It's got a bit of a pressure push on him there by Raúl. He manages to scoop it over the bar. You've seen those flying to the net sometimes for an own goal.
Delivery again by Figo. And Helguera in the area. Lehmann committing himself. Helguera taking a little bit of a knock. He's going to be all right.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a great positional play by Helguera. He does catch the fist of Lehmann at the end, but he's shaking it up. He's okay.
More Champions League action tonight from the St. Jakob Park in Basel, where Deportivo provide the opposition. Basel hoping to break their duck in the second group stage. You'll see that game later today if you're watching in Australia. Always check your local listings for the times where you are.
Basel was such a wonderful surprise in phase one, Derek. They had some fantastic results. A little bit more difficult for them in the headier regions of phase two.
It's given away by Roberto Carlos. Rosicki, and now look at this. Amoroso remained onside. Needs a bit of help here, however. Arrives now, Evan Nielsen. So Figo putting in the shift. Salgado. And now Zidane's away. He's lost Dede. Zidane for Real Madrid, and it must be Ronaldo. And Real Madrid are in front for the first time. They skimmed the Dortmund defence. Zidane set it up perfectly. And Ronaldo has his first goal in the Champions League as a Real Madrid player.
And Jens Lehmann almost stopped it, but this is a great cross at the end. Look at the touch. It hits the goalkeeper and then goes in. Ronaldo almost messed it up at the far post, but as with all great scorers, somehow when you mess up, it still goes in. You can see him, he tried to put it back in the far corner instead of the near corner because he sensed the defender was covering the near corner. So he goes wide and instead hits it into the goalkeeper, and unlucky for Jens Lehmann, it goes off him and into the net.
It's the first time really that Zidane has had freedom on this right-hand side. And the Dede perhaps caught a bit too far up the park. So Dortmund now find themselves chasing the game. Stefan Reuter. Dede. Rosicki. Reuter sliding it through to Rosicki. And Helguera was back there doing the defending. This, the goal scored by Ronaldo.
It's very difficult for the last defender who's got to watch the ball. He's got to watch Ronaldo, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. The ball passes Metzel, de Verns comes in, but it's just touch in. So unlucky for Dortmund. I mean, the attacking play has all been Real Madrid, to be fair, with the exception of some imposing counterattacks at the other end, but Ronaldo manages to squeeze it in off the keeper, and they go ahead 2-1.
Rain coming down now here in Madrid. Zidane, and again it's Ronaldo accelerating.
So the King Juan Carlos jinx is working on the opponents here. When Juan Carlos comes to the ground, the home team seems to fall behind. I remember at the Olympic Games, Derek, in '92 in Barcelona, when Poland were ahead 1-0 in the gold medal game, the King arrived, and Spain immediately jumped out ahead 2-1, and then won it 3-2. So he has the touch.
There you go. Salgado. A little bit messy, and the free kick goes to Borussia Dortmund. A very icy rain that's coming down here. Koller. They can move at pace, Borussia Dortmund. Don't count them out. It would be a foolish pastime to indulge in.
Well, they've shown they know how to attack too, haven't they? They've really they've had Real Madrid stretched several times.
Long throw by Evan Nielsen. Evan Nielsen's cross. Dede. Guerra from the back for Raul. Vorens. He's caught in unfamiliar territory. There is cover behind him. Roberto Carlos. Ronaldo out there on the left. Roberto Carlos. A forceful run from Roberto Carlos. Would have been a special goal.
Well, I think he looked inside, saw he had a target, but the target was also marked up, and Roberto Carlos doesn't need much of an excuse to let one go. And he saw the near post opening up a little bit to him. He saw Raul was marked, but Raul has been marked heavily and has still managed to do very well.
Rosicki. Superb young player, Tomasz Rosicki, 22-year-old Czech Republic international, under contract with Dortmund until 2006. He has denied recently that he could well be on his way to Barcelona. Zidane. It's all change again as Figo tries his luck out on the left. Ronaldo. Zidane. Ronaldo has that bust again. Danger in the air whenever Ronaldo builds up speed like that. And a booking there handed out by Lubos Mikel for Evan Nielsen, who kicked the ball away.
What a great possession that was by Real Madrid from back to front. They held the ball for about 15-20 passes. It was wonderful stuff, culminating with the ball getting to Ronaldo, but wasn't able to get the pass to Evan Nielsen.
Roberto Carlos, and Lehmann picks it out of the night sky. Been playing for an hour here at the Bernabeu, and Rojo's pass, it was a bit slack. Koller's there. Rosicki, this man has never stopped running.
Oh.
And offside. Ooh. That's Everton.
Boy, that was close. First offside in the match that's gone 61 minutes almost. Rosicki, though, looking for the break. He has made that quick ball through to Koller a couple of times. He is so impressive, Rosicki. He's been so taken by his pace and his hard work and his real skill as a releaser of the ball out of midfield.
Zidane. Raul. Luis Figo. Taking on Evan Nielsen. Raul. It's an ambitious 1-2, but he tried to work between himself and Luis Figo. This is Frings, former Werder Bremen player. And still plugging away, trying to use the pace, the darting ability of Everton.
That was a good run by Everton. He got inside Roberto Carlos, which is cause for alarm. I don't know if there's much alarm here yet. They've still got 9 minutes to go or so, but we've seen visiting teams here put a lot of pressure on, and Dortmund has done a very good job so far.
Michel Salgado. Unable to get to the ball. Kola. Real handful for these Real Madrid defenders. Rosicki now to return the favour to his fellow countryman. Raul for Ronaldo. He's of a goal in Milan, and it has fallen for the home side. Jon Dahl Tomasson, the Danish international, after 62 minutes. So AC Milan on course to make it 9 points from 3 matches. It'd be as good as in the quarter-finals. And the corner kick forced here by Everton for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, they're going to make it torture, aren't they? Borussia Dortmund are going to fight and battle for 90 minutes here. They are very much in this match. Yes, you always worry about the talent going the other way, but they have every capability of scoring from set pieces or the flow of play.
There is Tomasz Rosicki with the delivery for Dortmund. Swings with a header, comes to Amoroso. And again by Amoroso, trying to find the head of Jan Koller. Figo. Raul. Salgado. Makaleli uses Zidane. Switched again with Zidane operating on the left now and Figo on the right. It's Makaleli. Busting through. What a move it was. And Raul trying for his second of the night. And for the goal that would put him on his own in 4th place on the all-time Real Madrid scoring chart.
And he is on his own, Derek, on the all-time Spanish national scoring, having got now 31 goals, 2 past Hierro, who can't play tonight because of injury. He's only 24 years of age, and he owns the Spanish all-time scoring record. It's fantastic.
Evan Nielsen, can he find Koller this time? Salgado, was there a hand used? It might have been a decent shout. I wonder if the referee had the best view. Lubos Mikel. Certainly Amoroso and his teammates were convinced. And Figo with that mischievous back heel. Roberto Carlos. Still Roberto Carlos and Lehmann. That really has been a wonderful top-notch display of goalkeeping from Jens Lehmann. He did all his abilities there to deny Roberto Carlos.
Exactly, and I tell you, there's another setup here. Ronaldo had a great shot in the first half, saved beautifully up high. This time he keeps it nice and low to try to go to the far post, but a wonderful dive from Lehmann, who had to worry about the near post as well. End-to-end stuff. What a wonderfully entertaining game this has been.
Frings from Borussia Dortmund.
And the great thing is, Derek, they get to do it all again next week. These two same teams, they can have another cracker of a game when they go to Dortmund. And I wouldn't overlook Dortmund taking some points there, the way they played tonight.
And we'll have that match for you here on ESPN from the Westfalenstadion. That's on Tuesday night. Christian Burns. So at the start, Dortmund feel they have little to lose here, not expected to take points from Real Madrid. Giving us a real go. Dede. In the rain here in Madrid. That's a useful ball for Everton. Salgado and Alguera together. And Figo. Michel Salgado. Everton. To beat Roberto Carlos. Looks as though a substitution is in the offing here, and it's to be made by Matthias Zama.
Good sliding challenge by Roberto Carlos, not known for his tackling.
And it is Giuseppe Reina has come on for Amoroso. Reina hoping to rediscover top form after 18 months of frustration. Up with a very bad knee injury. He's been with Dortmund since 1999 when he joined from Arminia Bielefeld. Flavio Conceição. Luis Figo. Let's see if Dortmund can get men forward this time. There's the substitute, Reina. Dede. Rosicki. Reina. And Figo. Raul's at the centre. Ronaldo's there as well. It's always going to be a difficult ball for Raul to collect. Metzelder, with Lehmann making it twice as hard.
You know, the disciplined positional play of Figo is such an asset to this team, Derek. He always gets into open positions for the quick release pass. How many times has a 40-yard ball out of the back gone straight to the feet of Figo? He finds the space, whether the weather is nice or not. He's out there in the open, exposed, and can help the counter-attack.
Rosicki for Dortmund. And Everton felt he was being impeded by Roberto Carlos. Wasn't likely to get that decision, however.
I like the substitution, though, I have to say. Amoroso really did not show us very much in his 67 minutes, so this is a good change.
Figo. Metzelder storms out of defence. It was a bit of foul play by Christoph Metzelder. Zidane. 21 minutes left here on match day 9. Raul's flick and offside. Roberto Carlos.
Well, you can see it very definitely offside. He had made a run forward in support of the first ball, but then was unable to get back on side fast enough.
For those of you in Latin America, we've got Sports Centre coming up next after the final whistle, after we're finished here. All the sports highlights from around the world. If you're watching down under, of course you can see Sports Centre at the times listed. Makaleli. Raul. Inside the final 20 minutes. Offside flag is raised again. That time against Claude Makaleli.
Well, that's a bad decision. I think he's played on there. The ball's already left the boot, and you can see a couple of players have kept him on, but it happened so fast that the referee's assistant gave it the other way, but still only the third offside in this match.
Giuseppe Reina. Koller. Does he have the angle here? Jan Koller has done enough to force the corner. Came off Pavon. And he's scored once already tonight. He's always dangerous when it comes to corner kicks. Leonardo Dede tries to swing this one away, and Casillas. Reuter. There's Rosicki. Everton. Rather untidy. Followed by Makaleli.
Well shielded, though, by Rosicki. Makaleli just bundling him over. A little bit of unnecessary impatience there. This could set things up again. You mentioned Koller, so dangerous. They haven't been able to pick him out yet, but it's going to happen sometime before the 90 minutes are up.
The rain getting a bit heavier here in Madrid on this Wednesday night. Dede and Casillas. Wow. Not sure why he didn't grab hold of that at the first time of asking. As we speak, Torsten Frings is actually off the pitch, receiving treatment. Lehmann under pressure here from Raul. It's a goal kick. And Torsten Frings appears to have recovered. He's back with us now. And well, one of the photographers taking a tumble. Little Jens Lehmann could do about that.
Well, if he had had a chair at the other end, he would have been fine. Still a feeling that there's a little bit of drama left in this game. Don't get the sense that it's just going to peter out into nothing. So much talent out there, so much determination from both sides, but especially from the visitors.
Didi. Pavon goes across to cover. And there is Guti, who's had one or two things of controversial nature to say in recent weeks. Talk about him possibly leaving the club at the end of the season. He's no longer a regular. And it will likely remain that way as long as everyone's fit. Guti will get a chance to shine here in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. He'll take the place of Ronaldo, who scored that all-important second goal for Real Madrid this evening.
It's a wonderful ball. Look at that, swerving away from the last defender. Worms can't get to it. But you have to say, rather unfortunate for Jens Lehmann, who covered the goal very well. It just slipped under his body and off his body and in. So Ronaldo rather fortunate, but they all count.
Zidane's over there. Metzelder in the centre of the Dortmund defence. Flavio Conceição. Guti in the unusual position of being a regular for Spain, but no longer a regular for his club side.
Yeah, well, and actually, though, in the recent match for Spain, he came on at exactly this moment, the 74th minute, and got the clinching third goal. So maybe this is what Del Bosque has in mind, a little repeat of that.
That was against Germany last week in Mallorca. Raul scoring twice that night. Guti's flick to Zidane. There's Guti. Now Figo. Dede tries to stay with him. Figo and Lehmann. We've seen so many top quality German goalkeepers over the years. You can certainly add the name of Jens Lehmann to that list.
Absolutely, and if they get something out of this game, I would say he's man of the match for them. Raul certainly has had a fantastic game. Zidane has been very good with his passing, but Lehmann has been a superstar in the goal for Borussia Dortmund.
Zidane. Guti. It's a suspicion of a foul, and the free kick is given. Christoph Metzelder is going in that time on Raul. This represents danger.
Well, if that's suspicion, Derek, what's reality? I think that was an outright. Here's the evidence, my lord. Definitely bowled over.
Stefan Reuter is about to be replaced, and it's Sebastian Kehl who will come on. So the younger player, 23 years of age, not very happy at the moment because he's been dropped from the first team because of poor form. Not really ought to represent a straight swap. Now Zidane's there, Figo's there. 14 minutes left, Zidane with it. Corner. Figo with the Real Madrid corner, and again a safe pair of hands displayed by Jens Lehmann. And Reina unable to get to it for Borussia Dortmund. Quick reminder about our basketball coverage. You can see Dallas against Houston That's an all-Texas affair coming up on Friday. That's here on ESPN. Basketball from the NBA. Saturday lunchtime if you're watching Down Under. Challenge will be punished. It's Cahill who's only been on the park for a few seconds.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering to myself, Derek, what's he going to bring to this? I mean, obviously Reuter has run himself into the ground over 75 minutes, so Cahill brings in some younger legs, and Cahill, like Frings, had to really take himself out of the German squad for their match recently, and you mentioned he's off form, but he still managed to get into the German squad and then had the flu.
Young player signed from Freiburg last season. Yeah, very high hopes for Sebastian Cahill. Rudi Führer thinks likewise. He will likely be a mainstay of the German national team for many years to come. Nogueira's pass to Raul. And, well, it was rather audacious. No problems for Lehmann. Early nights here in Madrid. The home side are leading by 2-1. Despite the fact that they surrendered the first goal here, scored by Jan Koller for Borussia Dortmund. Can Real Madrid end this sequence of 6 Champions League matches without a victory?
Well, there have often been things said about their defence not being that strong, but this is a good test. Can they maintain this 2-1 lead? Because in the past they say, all right, you score 2, we score 3.
Jan Koller. Now Everton. And he was looking for the free kick. Referee wasn't interested. Rosicki's there. He must get a free kick. He does.
Yeah, bad giveaway by Figo. Professional foul by Guti to make up for it. Stop the attack.
Santiago Solari is the latest Real Madrid player to get stripped for action. Christian Burns. Burns can get it back here. Reiner's in the centre. Figo. Michel Salgado. Of confusion. Flavio Conceição steered it into Luis Figo's path. Zidane. Raul. Sven Nielsen doing the hassling. Burns ought to get there. It's a goal kick. It came off Raul. And Zidane is going to be the player replaced by Vicente Del Bosque in order that Santiago Solari, the Argentinian, can come on.
Well, big round of applause here for Zidane, who had some marvellous touches on the ball. He gave it away a couple of times in the first half, but made up for it, of course, and set up the winning goal with that wonderful run around the back and that terrific quality cross to the far post for Ronaldo to slide it home. Good night's work for Zinedine Zidane. But you can see him wincing there as he comes down on that ankle. Seem to be some rough spots in the pitch out there tonight. A couple of players have looked back at loose turf.
Sebastian Cahill patrolling the centre of the park. 9 minutes left for Borussia Dortmund, trying to snatch an equaliser. Dede. Reiner's there. So good night's work from Zinedine Zidane. He set up that all-important second goal scored by Ronaldo. It will be the goal that will see Real Madrid move ahead of Borussia Dortmund in Group C. Flavio Conceição on Reiner. And there might well be a yellow card here. In fact, yes, the name is being taken.
Well, you see the Reina looking around saying, what's that all about? I'm over here to the touchline, my back is to goal. There's another substitution there for Borussia Dortmund.
Lars Ricken is coming on. Man who scored in the Champions League final, of course, for Borussia Dortmund back in 1997. Evan Nielsen has been sacrificed as a Dortmund try to push men forward here in the closing stages.
A memorable goal in that final too. Derek came off the bench. Ball was played to him and he chipped the goalkeeper. With the third goal for Borussia Dortmund. Another look at that same challenge from Flavio Conceição that got him the yellow card.
Koller. Swings. Now Kehl. And to play the Reuter role just in front of the back four for Borussia Dortmund. Dede. Kehl. Rosicki. It's damp night here in Madrid. Real Madrid with the advantage. 2-1 would do them very nicely, thank you very much. Matthias Sammer looks on here. Sebastian Kehl. Leonardo Dede. I'm not quite sure what that was all about.
Well, I don't know. Dede looked up, he saw lots of players around Koller, and he decided that there's not much point in playing it in, so he went for glory and got anything but glory.
Quick reminder to log on to SoccerNet for all your football information. And of course a chance to win a pair of David Beckham's boots. That's soccernet.com for all your scores, all your reports, all the transfer gossip. Just over 5 minutes left here at the Bernabeu. It's slipping away from Borussia Dortmund. They've given it their all here tonight. Real Madrid, of course, have been technically superior. Dortmund scored the first goal. The most disappointing aspect to the performance from Matthias Sammer's point of view will be the concession of the equaliser right on half-time, scored by Raul. And Ronaldo making it 2-1, 11 minutes into the second half, but Dortmund still alive here. Dede. Everton. Well, they have another moment of magic left in them. The head of Roberto Carlos. And that was rather clumsy. And Giuseppe Reina had switched out to the right-hand side. I can't think, Seamus, of too many chances Dortmund have created in the second half.
No, not really. I think that second goal took a lot of the wind out of their sails. It was a discouraging goal after some good play. Looks like got nothing.
It's Reina trying to put the wind up Roberto Carlos. Instant Fings and Solari. There's Bertens for Dortmund. It will be a Real Madrid ball. This will be the perfect pick-me-up for Real Madrid after the disappointment of Sunday's defeat away to Osasuna in Pamplona. Matthias Sammer having a chat with Anton Stredak, the fourth referee. Headed by Christian Vorens. Defended doggedly here, and he might have to again. It's Solari who whips it in, and Lehmann grabbing hold of it for Borussia Dortmund. Could have been curtains.
Yeah, you take off Zidane, you bring on Solari. All he's done is play for Argentina recently too, and they 1-0 loss to Holland, so he's part of the national squad there, although he did not go to the infamous 2002 World Cup. Infamous, that is, for Argentina. But, you know, even if they lose 2-1, they've got to take some consolation here because they know they're going back next week to home full of confidence taking on a visiting Real Madrid side, and hopeful of getting something out of that match, and they may even nick something here with 3 minutes to go. You never know.
Christian Wurns for Dortmund. And to find the big man, Koller. Now Everton. Dragging Michel Salgado with him. Everton's cross, and Casillas. Not there before, Koller. They're bowling it out, and effectively. Well, it was too effective, really. In the end, even Luis Figo failing to catch up to it.
Well, the goalkeeper, obviously, a lot fresher than the outfield players, so he says, here, go fetch this. And Figo says, look, I've been running for 88 minutes. You've been standing around there watching us.
And still stringing the passes together. I think, in fairness, they felt that their best chance of taking something from Real Madrid was always going to come next week at the Westfalenstadion, in front of a capacity crowd there. They've held their own here for long periods of the game. They've been outplayed by Real Madrid. It looks as though they will fall behind them in the Group C table for 1 week at least. Raúl. Perhaps overcommitting an attack. Here's Guti. Reminder about our post-match roundup coming up after the final whistle here on ESPN. All the talking points following these matchday 9 encounters. Rosicki. Sebastian Kehl. Rosicki again, a playmaker. This Borussia Dortmund side. Reina. Obviously deciding to have a go at Roberto Carlos. That's the tactic now, but the seconds are ticking away. Now Wurns has gone forward. Reina takes the throw. It's a disappointing one from the Dortmund point of view. Metzelder. Reina. Metzelder. And Roberto Carlos holding his position. Trying to get into the stand on the far side.
3 minutes left, as you see there, but he's also been bothered, Roberto Carlos, in those last 2 challenges. Noticed him limping a little bit after each one of them.
The ball wasn't returned immediately. Jens Lehmann, look where he is. The extra attacker here for Borussia Dortmund. Just trying to work out the communication. Lehmann and his defenders. And he'd better be careful here. And Sebastian Kehl with the foul on Raúl. And this will be a yellow card for Kehl. He was aware of the danger, especially with Lehmann having pushed all the way forward. So a caution for Kehl. Comes to Guti. 1 minute into stoppage time. We'll have 3 minutes altogether. Salgado gave that one away. Straight down the throat of Kehl. Frings. And Dortmund give it one last go. Perhaps put Casillas to the test. Difficult ball for Lars Ricken to get, but somehow he kept it in play. Reina still working out there on the right. Roberto Carlos, Makaleli. And Koller is moving in from behind, trying to dispossess Claude Makaleli. Raúl. And that's good work. Solari is the supporting player there on the left-hand side. Not play on, says Lubos Mikel. Doesn't meet with the approval of this capacity crowd. But Dortmund now trying to get Koller involved. And Salgado brushing it back there. Solari really the victim of that crunching challenge over on the far side. Just got caught by Frings.
Yeah, he just ran over the back of him. There's no intent to foul him whatsoever, just ran across his legs.
Well, this is the last opportunity for Borussia Dortmund. We've almost had the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Kola. We find his fellow Czech Republic international Rosicki. Kola. Kale now. Look at all the white shirts behind the ball, however. It's going to take something special from Dortmund. It's Reina, and it's too obvious. It's straight at Casillas. And Real Madrid are going to end this dismal run in the Champions League of 6 matches without a win. It's held at the back there for Dortmund. It's a win that's well merited based on their performance here tonight. Luis Figo trying to hem it in over on the far side of the park. They'll do it all over again next week, 6 days from now at the Westfalenstadion. If it's as entertaining then as it's been tonight, we won't be disappointed. Goals by Raúl and Ronaldo for Real Madrid after Jan Koller had given Borussia Dortmund the lead. Real Madrid record their first victory in the second group stage and move clear of the German champions. They jump into second place in Group C.
Well, they both provided us with wonderful, entertaining football, which is what we had hoped for. And I think Dortmund got to really feel now that they can go back and get something out of the match next week. But Real Madrid have got to be breathing a little bit more relaxed now they're back in with a win.
This was the goal that did it for them. Ronaldo scoring it after 56 minutes. Final score at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 1.
Okay. Regarding television.